Hello and welcome to day 4 of Vlogmas. It's been a really busy Saturday morning. Arthur's had football, Jasper's had a birthday party, so it's nearly 1:30 and I'm only just sitting down to record anything. But one of the things I wanted to do today was record a little box of socks tour, because what I've traditionally done over the years is every pair of socks that I knit for myself during a year, I pop in a box, this particular box, and then in December I get them out and kind of gift them to myself as such. So basically I get new socks in December. However, my box of socks this year is looking a little bit empty. There are 3 pairs in here, which is pitiful. Absolutely pitiful. And 2 of those pairs are knit out of yarn that I've dyed. Yeah, I need to make a concerted effort next year to knit more socks out of other people's yarn. But I have got my Christmas Eve cast on from last year is these ones here, and I knit these using, this is an ancient Giddy yarns colourway. It was called Christmas Morning Chaos, and it was from the first Christmas that I was in business. So these will be 5, nearly 6 years old, I think, something like that. But I thought the yarn needed to be cast on. You all voted for it last Vlogmas and it became my Christmas Eve cast on. So that's 1 pair of socks that can now go into my sock drawer. I've also got a pair of self-striping socks that I knit out of some yarn from Debbie down Sheepy Lane. And this is her Toss a Coin to My Witcher, to Your Witcher colourway. I love this colourway. It's such a different self-striping. It's really, really fun. And I miss Debbie's yarn. I used to love Debbie's yarn. Debbie doesn't dye anymore. But that's another pair of socks to go into my sock drawer. And then the 3rd pair, unfortunately, I think these are actually going to end up getting put in my sample bag, because it's a colourway that I still dye quite regularly for the shop. And that is a pair of socks out of my poinsettia colourway. Which is one of my self-striping. So although I did knit myself a full pair, these are probably going to need to go in my sample basket for a while until this colourway retires. So yeah, I need to do that. And then that's it, basically, in terms of full pairs of socks. A lot of my sock knitting has been focused on Tom's box of socks this year, because I have been knitting him a box of socks out of the colour of the month. So each month throughout the year I've released a colourway, which is my colour of the month colourway. I talked about November and October's briefly in yesterday's video. But I've been knitting him a single sock. Tom wears odd socks just generally. Every day he wears odd socks. So I've been knitting him a single sock out of each one, with the idea being that at the end of the year he'll have a number of odd pairs, if that makes sense. And I have finished, technically I finished 7. I only have 6 here. I seem to be missing March's sock for some reason. It was definitely came to Glasgow with me as a sample, but I can't find it. At the moment, so it's obviously got tucked away somewhere. But we have January's colour, we have February's colour, we have April's colour, we have May's colour, we have June's colour, and then we have July's colour. August is currently on the needles, and well, nearly there. I'm on the foot of August. September, October, November have all been cast on, but I'm on the leg of all of those. And December will be getting dyed up on Monday. So I doubt he's going to have a full set of socks. What I would like to do is find March and get August finished, because then he'll actually have 8 in total. So he'll have 4 pairs technically. So that's pretty good going, really. And then the other thing that I was kind of doing throughout the year, but it's fallen by the wayside and I'll need to kind of finish them off next year, is I was knitting myself little single shorty socks out of the Beatrix Potter Club. So I've got Peter Rabbit from January. I might get the months wrong on these. I've got Squirrel Nutkin. Then that one was Tom Kitten. Then that one was the Flopsy Bunnies, I think. and that one was the pie and the patty pan. That's my favourite. And I have got Jeremy Fisher cast on, and I've got 70-gram sock sets set aside for myself for the rest of them, but I never got them all cast on. So yeah, concerted effort needed next year to knit myself more actual pairs of socks, I think, out of yarn that isn't mine. Definitely. Right, I am going to unwrap my advents. I'm not going to show you them to you today because it can get a bit much seeing the same thing again and again, and I don't want like a ridiculously long video every day. But this afternoon we are popping to Smith's Toys and the Range because Arthur wants to spend his birthday money, and we're going to go and have a little look at some of the Christmassy bits. So we will take you along with us for that. We are home from a busy day of shopping in the end, actually, but we got quite a few bits and pieces, including a Christmas wreath for our front door, and this is the first year we've ever had one. I'm actually standing in the porch at the moment, randomly. I'm sure people are looking in. Oh, great, and the security light's gone out. There we go. But look, we got a Christmas wreath for our front door. It's not a fancy one, it's just plastic, but it's pretty, and we've got a porch, so our front door is always protected from the weather. And I figured if it falls apart at any point, it's going to be a decent frame to kind of add stuff to if I need to. We also got some, I'm going to go in the house because I feel really, really watched in the porch. We also got some Christmas lights, some reindeer for the front garden, which again is something new. We've only ever done basic lights in the front garden before, but we've got a lot to live up to on this street. So we've got some new lights, but they'll be going up. They'll be going out tomorrow. I think Tom's going to do that tomorrow afternoon while I take the boys to the pantomime tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to cake up my Advent minis now.
It's time for Fact of the Day!
We are sticking with a sock theme for today's Fact of the Day. Do you know any sock facts, boys?
No, but I think you know one.
What about you, Jezzy? No? Well, did you know that the word sock originates from Roman times, from the word soccus, which was, Arthur's got a sock to demonstrate, just in case you don't know what a sock is. It comes from Roman times, from the word soccus, and soccuses were like little kind of slippery, kind of sandally things that the Romans used to wear on stage. So there we go, that's where we get the word sock from. But how did Romans used to wear their socks?
They wear them with sandals.
They did wear them with sandals. It's a bit unfashionable, isn't it, to wear socks and sandals together?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. There's our fact of the day.
Boom! Now that's a fact.